Hello, I'm back to introduce you to the five element theory that I referred to in the last video. And five element theory, along with the idea of yin and yang, is the foundation of Chinese medicine, acupuncture, and comes up all the time in Taoism. It's also one of my favorite subjects. So this is a brief introduction, and I look forward to sharing more with you for my whole life. So the five elements are also phases. They can be related to seasons or a phase in life or the creative process. And they may also be called the five spirits, which is often talking about the psychological and spiritual aspect of the five elements. So, five elements, five phases, five spirits are overall talking about the process of change and transformation. And these are like the dynamic qualities in nature. They are wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. And I'm just going to briefly introduce each of these elements. So, wood is related to the liver and gallbladder, the color green, anger, shouting, and the body's ability to have vision and imagination, to strategize creatively to come up with a plan. Fire is related to the heart and the small intestine and the color red. It has to do with joy and laughter, and sometimes not enough joy and laughter. Fire element is related to that spark of awareness or insight, the North Star that gets your attention, the thing you want to have a vision towards. So the thing you want to create your plan towards. So the earth element is related to the color yellow and the spleen and the stomach. It can also be related to worrying about things you can't control, as well as an awareness on what nourishment looks like, what you need to do to practice extreme self-care. It's that feeling of feeling totally at home in your body. And it is also the stabilizing intention, your thing that just makes you feel like you. So the metal element is related to the lung in the large intestine, the color white. It can be related to grief and longing, and also to inspiration. So when we connect to that metal energy, it may be the season of fall, when you are harvesting and getting rid of the things that you no longer want to grow, or the weeds. And so psycho-spiritually, the metal element is related to letting go the shit that no longer serves you and making room for something else, some inspiration. So backing up to the earth element, I didn't give you a season there. And that's because the earth is actually, it's the transition of every season. It can be called late summer and harvest, and that's true, but it can also be late spring. And so spring is related to the wood element, fire is related to the summer, metal is related to autumn, and winter is related to the water element. The water element color is black. It's related to the kidney and the bladder. It's a time of rest and recovery. And we may see that fear resides here, and also potential. So we need this rest and recovery. It's the end of one cycle and the beginning of another. And earth is the place we visit in each transition, and the place we come home to ourselves all the time. So Wood, fire, earth, metal, and water are like my favorite things to talk about. That's a lot of why I started this channel and why I'm going to keep showing up here, because I'm really interested in, living life to its fullest. And I think that true health is our ability to live our dreams. And so a lot of what you hear me talk about in the treatment room and in the future on this channel is how we can take advantage of and work with the natural order of things and notice our strengths and where we tend to get overwhelmed or stuck and where we need a little bit of support, and look to the 5 elements within ourself and nature as this like guiding force and the North Star, the guiding light, the foundation to hold us when we're going through all the changes that can seem a little wacky and turbulent at times. So I love the 5 elements. I hope your acupuncturist does too. In the next video, I'm going to talk to you about what I do as an acupuncturist and what acupuncture does. And in the future, I'll jump right back here to talk more about the 5 elements. So thank you for checking me out. Jessica Davies, naturallyjess.com. Thank you.